time for Monday Make Some Plans, guys, and the rail's out, so stay tuned. Hi there, I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're an existing subscriber, thanks for sticking around, and if you're new, because I've had a little flurry of new subscribers this last week, welcome to my channel, welcome to my crazy sewing world. This is Monday Make Some Plans, so let's get started. What have I done last week? Well, we'll talk about the social aspect of last week first, because it was quite a busy week for me. Normally I'm sat in my sewing room on my own, sewing away, quite happy in my own little world. But last week I had my in-person social on the Wednesday, and there were 20 of us there. Was it 19? It felt like 100. Which is our maximum capacity for the event. So it was a busy, busy day. More about that in a minute. Then on Thursday morning, I was co-hosting a virtual social with Secret Girly Sam, 10:30 till 2. So more sewing with friends, which was great. And then on Saturday, I went to a rag quilting day to learn how to do rag quilting. So let's start with the social. Now, as I've already said, there were 20 people there, and next Saturday, the 27th, Sharon and I are going to the gathering. Sharon is the owner of the Mill House venue where we hold the event. She's also my sister-in-law and good friend. She sews, but she sews curtains, soft furnishings, that kind of thing, tote bags. Never actually made a garment, and I challenged her to make her own dress for the gathering. So that's what she did. Now, we had two socials actually. We had one on the Sunday last week. So she started it on the Sunday, did a toile, was happy. We just did the bodice of the dress. And then on the Wednesday, it was get the big guns out, get your big girl pants on and get the dress made. Now, with everything that was going on, I was totally amazed that she actually did finish it. So if you want to see how we got on, there is a separate vlog on that. I'll pop the link in the details below, so go and watch how me and Sharon got on making our dresses last Wednesday. Yeah, busy, busy week. So what did I actually, in my busy week, what did I actually get made? I've got the rail out, because there's a few things, amazingly, not all finished though. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the dress that I made at the social. This is the fabric. Sharon and I both chose to do one fabric 2 ways. Sharon did a beginner pattern. I've done the Mabel dress. There's the Mabel dress, and I've changed it by putting a frill on the bottom, which I actually love. So that was the Mabel dress. What alterations did I make? I lengthened the bodice by about 2 inches, because when I did last year, I did a top version of it, and where the shearing elastic is, it was right under my boobs, far too high, made me feel like I had a pregnancy smock on. So I lengthened it by 2 inches, so my elastic is on my natural waist. Other than that, I made the main part so that it was just above my knee, and then added a ruffle on the bottom. Now this is a serious ruffle, and everybody at the social was saying, wow, that's a big ruffle, because I did it 3 times the width of the fabric. Now you can do 2 times the width, but I wanted the ruffle to look ruffled and floaty. So mine was 3 times the width, and everybody thought, quite a few thought it was OTT, but actually, I think it looks great. So, if you're doing a ruffle and you want it to be a serious ruffle, do it 3 times the width of the fabric you're using, and it works. So that's my Mabel. So the next thing that I'm going to show you is how far I got with my rag quilt in a day. Bear in mind, I've done very, very little quilting, and certainly not rag quilting. So here it is. I've done 2 rows. So my colours. This is going to be a lap blanket for me next winter, and I'm going to love it. So what do you do when you're rag quilting? Obviously, you cut loads of squares out, and then you sew the seams so that they're on the front of your work, so it's basically doing everything the wrong way round. And you do a 1/2 inch seam. And then the other thing she taught us to do was do these slits, which is called chenilling. So you do 2 rows of stitching and then cut up the middle. So we learned how to do that. We learned how to piece them together. This is the back. How brilliant is that seam matching? I think there's only one that was just a millimetre out, but I'm going to live with that. And then you snip. I've not finished snipping this, so let's find some. Oh, there we go. You snip into all your seams at 1/2 inch intervals all the way round. Now, she has said do 2 rows and then do the snipping and do another 2 rows, but otherwise you'll just get sick of it. And she showed us a gadget that is making my life so much easier. Obviously, it's a pair of snips, but let me get them. These snips are amazeballs. Let's put the quilt down. The Fiskars, let's open them, and they've got that little spring in the middle, and oh my god, they work a dream. Let's see if I can show you on a seam that hasn't been snipped. I've done better than I thought. Here we go. So this seam has not been snipped. Let's see. Not sure I can get up close enough. That's it. That's how easy it is to snip, and it springs back as well, so you're not, because I have arthritis starting in this joint here, using snips is not a good idea for me, but these take away all the stress and strain on your hand as well. So thoroughly recommend these. I think I paid about £15 for them, but so worth it, particularly if you're going to be doing rag quilting. Now, I got these from Quilters Quarters where we were doing our rag quilting course. They're not an online store, unfortunately, but if you're in the northwest of the UK, they are based in Longridge, and I totally recommend going and having a look at that store. It is an Aladdin's cave. But I have also seen these before for sale on the Fauve line. So have a look on there, or just Google Fiskars snips, and these will come up. It's the ones that have got the spring in the middle. My new favourite tool. So that was Wednesdays. The rag quilt was Saturday. As you know, or if you didn't, where have you been? I'm going to the gathering. I'll put an image up of what it is here on Saturday. Well, we're going Friday to Sunday. and we've booked a house in Cleckheaton. There's 3 of us going, me, Sharon and Steph, a lady from my sewing social, are all going up. So we're going up Friday. We're going to go and do, I think, Fab Works and Lucky Fabrics on Friday, and then head over from there because that's in Dewsbury. It's about, I think, only a 15-20 minute drive away from the accommodation. And then go over to the accommodation Friday night and chill, I think. And then Saturday, not sure what we're doing yet, we're just winging it. But Saturday night is the gathering. It's at Cleckheaton Golf Club. There's loads of sewers all going, showing off their me-made garments. Maybe we'll be doing a little catwalk, but there'll be lots of drinky poos and food, and one drink is included in the ticket, which is only £35. Amazing. So if you were sitting on the fence or you've nothing to do next Saturday, I'm sure there might be some tickets left. Go to Size Me Sewing. I'll put the link for where you get the tickets in the deets below. And I'll see you next Saturday. So I've been sewing up a storm this week, trying to get myself ready. I wanted a beautiful dress. Now, if you follow me, I did make the Seasons of East dress, wasn't feeling it. So I had to go to a plan B. So my plan B was the Vogue dress. Can't remember the number, but it'll pop up there for you. And I love it. But there's only one fly in the ointment, and that is I paid full price for this pattern. A week later, there's a Vogue sale on, isn't there? And they're all half price. Great. But all is not lost. I quite liked I did like sewing the Vogue pattern. I got a good fit on it. So I've ordered 3 more patterns in the sale. Right. So that's the Vogue dress that was making. I've not made a Vogue pattern for donkey's years. So I decided I needed to do a toile, but I wanted a wearable toile. So this is my almost finished wearable toile of the dress. Now this fabric I got from Beck, what Beck sews in her D-stash. I do believe she's put some more in there recently, so I will pop the link to her D-stash on Insta below. Go and have a look. So I managed to squeeze the dress out of a 3-metre piece, and it was a squeeze because the skirt panels, it's quite a floaty skirt on it, so there's lots of A-line skirt panels, and it depends on the width of your fabric how much you need. So this is my toile. I did a medium. The fit's fine, but it's a bit loose, believe it or not, around the waist area. Other than that, I was pleased with it. Now, the back wing sleeves are grow-on sleeves to the front and back panels. And I, obviously, being 5 foot, need to shorten sleeves. So what I thought, how am I going to do this without losing the shape of the sleeve? So I cut the sleeve length on the pattern down to the smallest size, which was an extra small, and then did everything else as a medium. And it seems to have worked quite well. They come just above my elbow, which is where I wanted them to be, and I think where they're meant to be. So the other thing I did, I wanted it 3/4 length. Now, 5 foot midgets can't make a dress. I think Vogue's are done for someone who's about 5'8", certainly a lot taller than me. There are 2 lengths in this pattern. There's the one that goes just below the knee and one that's 3/4. So I cut the pattern that's just below the knee and then I lengthened it by 5 inches. Now I know that sounds daft, but if I'd have done it the other way and done the longer one and shortened it, it would have been, the pattern pieces would have been even wider and I wouldn't have got it out of my 3-metre piece, and it just would have been too much fabric in it round the end. That's what I felt anyway. And this has worked out really well. Pleased with it, just a little bit loose. So I then got my fabric from Guthrie and Garney. They came up trumps. I got the end of the roll and they only had 3.3 metres left. So that's partly why I did the toile, to check I could get it out of that fabric comfortably. And I did. So I'll give you a sneaky peek of my gathering dress. And I have also recorded a sew along, well, hints and tips type sew along to go with it, because once I've done it the first time, I figured out how I could change it to make it easier second time round. So if you want to try the Vogue dress and you want some help, keep your eyes peeled. That will be coming out next week, or later this week, sorry. So here's the dress. Beautiful fabric, floaty sleeves. Now I went down to a size small and the fit's a lot better, much better. It has pockets in this one. I didn't put them in my toile, but I'll put the pockets in the real thing. Pleased with how it's turned out. Pleased with the invisible zip. Now I'm not going to try this on because I don't want to show it in its full glory until I do the sew along, or I've been to the gathering and there's photos of that pop up. So that's my dress. Happy with that. Just need to hem it now. And then because we're in the UK, it's actually not raining at the moment, which is an absolute miracle. That's quite a summery floaty dress, and I thought I'm going to need a jacket. So being me, I have to make a new jacket, don't I? I want to look nice. So I'm making the Nage Libre Maison Fauve jacket, and totally shamelessly copying Cara from So Mad, because hers was beautiful, that she wore at the Stitch Show recently. I haven't finished it. This is where we're up to. So the outside's done. I've put gold piping on the seams, and the piece, whoops, falling off the hanger. The piece de resistance is on the back, where you have that V detail. How amazing is that? I love it when there's details on the back of a garment as well as the front. I've still got to line it. It has a collar that comes down the front. Beautiful detail in that. And yeah, all ready to go then. Can't wait. So that's what I've done this week. And to say is beyond, it isn't an exaggeration. It's been a serious sewing week. So what am I doing this week? Finishing my gathering stuff, and that's it. So I've got the jacket, Nage Libre jacket to finish, and I've got fabric left, so I'm hoping to make a little clutch bag of some kind to go with it. I've got the hem of my dress to turn up, and anything else on top of that is going to be a Brucey bonus, because I seriously am sold out at the moment. So I'm just going to do that and then start planning what I'm taking with me, because we're Monday now, so by the time I've edited this, I'll not have much sewing time today. I might get the hem of the dress turned up, and then I've got Tuesday and Wednesday to do the jacket and the bag. Thursday is hair and nails day, so that's a wipeout, and we go on Friday. So I better get a lick on, haven't I? Now, last week I did an events and social events section in my vlog, and I put quite a few things in there, so I hope it's inspired you. I mentioned the gathering and mentioned the Abercarn sale. So if you didn't, among other things, so if you didn't see last week's, I will also pop that in the link below. Bob back if you're in the UK. There are some great events going on in April and early May. And if you know of any events that are happening in May and even June, then please put it in the comments and then I can look into it and add it into next week's social events section. Don't have to be in the UK. They can be anywhere in the world, just to let people know that there is a social side to sewing, because it can be quite a lonely hobby really, and it's great to mix and socialise. So before I go, the last thing I want to mention is the virtual sewing directory. The last thing I want to mention is the sewing directory on Instagram. I will pop a link to it below. It is a place to find sewing socials and events in your area. Sequin Girly Sam and her able assistant, the lovely Mary, are working tirelessly to get this up to date and get all the events on there worldwide. And the big master plan is to have a map that you can look at and see links to dates and etc., and make everything really visual and easy for everybody to find something that they can go to. So take a look at that. And it's a work in progress, so keep checking it out and follow it so that you hear about updates. And indeed, if you run a social, you're running a sewing related event anywhere in the world, then contact the sewing directory, give them the details of your event, some images, and they can put it in the directory so that everybody knows about it, which is a brilliant idea and one that needs to be supported. So that's it for this week. I'm off now to go and find some shoes. I was going to wear strappy sandals for the gathering, but it's not stopped raining, and I've looked at the forecast and it's due to rain at the weekend. So I'm thinking I might need something a bit more sturdy to wear. We'll see. I'm going to go out and have a look, see if I can find some. And I've got to hem up that dress today. And then tomorrow it's the jacket. Wednesday it's the bag. Thursday, get beautified, as beautified as I can do at my age. And then Friday, off to the gathering. I will try and film as much as I can while I'm away. I can't guarantee, because when you get in the zone, you forget. And I'm useless. But I am going to make a concerted effort to give you a true feeling of our weekend over in Yorkshire. And hopefully it will be enough footage to do a separate vlog for when we get back. So I hope you're enjoying your sewing week, and I will see you on Thursday where I vlog me packing to go away. Wish me luck with that one. And then Saturday will be the reveal of my Zenith blouse that I've been doing as a collab with SewCial. We've met up virtually and recorded our little chat, so that will all be incorporated into the reveal vlog, and Cara will be doing a similar thing. So stay tuned for those at the weekend. Take care and happy sewing. Bye!